What would you do if the last memory of your son was holding his brain in a leaking cardboard box? This isn't fiction. This happened, and the family is still living the nightmare. Timothy Garlington was a 29-year-old Marine veteran, full of life, but struggling with mental health. When he tragically passed away in 2023, his parents, Lawrence and Abby Butler, thought they were preparing for a respectful burial. They couldn't have imagined what was coming. The Butlers entrusted Southern cremations and funerals in Georgia to prepare the body, but when they moved the remains to Pennsylvania's Nix and Nix Funeral Home, something went horribly wrong. Days later, the Butlers were handed a plain white cardboard box. No label, no warning.
An unmarked box a Philadelphia family thought was their deceased son's belongings happened to be his brain.
To find out that it was his remains, it was just overwhelming.
According to the family, Timothy Garlington was a Marine veteran and a Philly native who lived in Georgia and died in 2023, already shocked by their son's passing. Imagine their devastation when opening this box to find a part of their son's body decomposing in the backseat of their car.
The parents had their son's brain in their car, in their home, fluid on their hands when they were moving it, trying to pry open a box, thinking it's a personal item. And the funeral home had his brain in that box.
Chris Stewart is representing the family with the lawsuit against Southern Cremations and Funerals in Marietta and Nix Funeral Home in Philly. The family says that they are suing because they believe the funeral homes negligently handled their son's remains and caused emotional distress.
What we thought should be done correctly, and this was not done correctly.
So how does this even happen?
They're just blaming each other. One funeral home is saying, well, why would you send it to us in a box? Well, why wouldn't you inspect the box before giving it to them? You have a list of his personal items, watch, clothing, this. The box wasn't on the list. Why would you give that to the parents? And for the funeral home here in Marietta, what were you doing? Why would you put that box, put the brain in a red box, then put it in a white unmarked box and send it with the personal items? What was going on?
Sadly, this isn't isolated. In Colorado, a funeral home stored 190 decomposing bodies. In Illinois, families receive strangers' ashes. The funeral industry is supposed to care for our loved ones with dignity, but time and time again, they fail. This is more than a lawsuit. It's a call for accountability, for change, for respect. To the Butler family, our deepest condolences. If this story shocked you, subscribe to Dark Realities. We cover real cases, disturbing truths, and the stories most won't tell. Like, share, and hit that bell because the dark doesn't sleep, and neither do we.